Hey friend, Rebecca here, kitchen confidence coach, personal chef, and mentor for women who are tired of feeling behind in the kitchen and in life. If you've been running on empty, juggling too much, or just trying to figure out how to get dinner on the table without losing your mind, this episode is for you. Today, I'm sharing 3 simple ways to reset your kitchen and reclaim peace because the kitchen isn't just where we make meals, it's where we connect, where we reset, and where we serve. Let's talk about rhythms that bring more calm, more clarity, and more confidence. So if you're catching me live, drop live down below. And if you're catching this on replay, drop a replay, please, just so I can connect with you. So let's start with this. Here's my thought. Rest is not a reward for doing enough. It's a rhythm that we're designed for. We're conditioned to think we have to earn rest, right? Once the kitchen's clean, once the kids are fed, once the to-do list is done, then we can slow down. And there's a little bit of truth to that. But rest is also a part of how we function. So just like the body needs water, the soul needs margin, and that includes your kitchen. One of the ways we start to feel frazzled or resentful about cooking is because we're pushing through without pause. So my first encouragement, let's shift from performance to presence. Ask yourself, what part of your kitchen routine could use more margin this week? Drop it down below. Whether it's lighting a candle while you prep, playing music while you clean, or simplifying your meals so there's space to breathe, it all counts. So let's get a little practical. One of my favorite meal planning resets is using theme nights and anchor meals. So here's why this works. When you assign each day a category like Pasta Monday, Taco Tuesday, who hasn't heard, Sheet Pan Wednesday, you remove decision fatigue. So you've probably heard this idea before, right, about the theme nights, but the key is that this removes decision fatigue, and we all make so many decisions every day, right? You're not starting from scratch each week. You're building within a flexible structure. So after a month, you have 4 different pastas your family likes, 4 different tacos your family likes, 4 different sheet pan meals your family likes. So for example, Monday night, you could rotate between lasagna, zoodles, penne, and veggies. Tuesdays, for tacos, you could rotate between Mexican or even Asian style tacos, right? Chicken or beef, shredded or ground beef or ground. You could do al pastor or you could do birria. Right? Lots of options. Wednesday, sheet pan or one pot. Take a look at what's going on in your fridge. What do you need to use up, right? Maybe you have a protein in the freezer. Maybe you have veggies that you shopped for over the weekend that haven't been used up yet. Make a soup, make a stew, make a casserole. Thursday, leftovers or breakfast for dinner. Breakfast for dinner is definitely one of our favorites at home. And Friday, we always love to do Pizza Friday, especially when the kids were young, right? Pizza and a movie. But this could be a grill night or family favorites. All right. So anchor meals are those 2 or 3 meals your family always loves. Use those as plugins, and then you build variety around them with seasonal ingredients. This is especially helpful if you're entering a busy week or feeling overwhelmed. Hello, kids are home all summer, right? 3 meals a day, 2 snacks, maybe. Structure simplifies. Want my favorite planning sheet to help you get started? Drop flavor, and I'll send you my free flavor-based starter guide, which features the top 10 global cuisines, what their basic flavors are, and a simple recipe for each one. So you could even use one of those each night during the week. All right. So now that we've talked about that, about anchor meals, let's talk about your actual physical space, right? Because the physical space, your environment does make a difference. When your kitchen feels chaotic, we feel this in the rest of the house, perhaps in your office, perhaps, in your car, in your room, it adds to the overwhelm, right? Just visually, visual chaos adds to the overwhelm. I don't mean it has to be picture perfect, but we can create a space that feels peaceful and functional. So here are 3 simple kitchen reset ideas that you can do this week, maybe even today. Number one, I've talked about this before, zone reset. Pick one zone, prep tools, baking supplies, or a spice drawer, and reorganize with function in mind. Number two, give your kitchen a 10-minute makeover. Set a timer. Wipe the counters, put away clutter, refresh a corner with something simple like a dish towel, a candle, or a playlist. I love to clean up the counter and reset my coffee corner. Number three, declutter 5 items. This might be tough for some of us. Grab 5 things you don't use or love anymore and donate or repurpose. Just don't throw it straight out unless, of course, it doesn't work. But grab 5 things. I bet you have more, but only 5 that are no longer serving you in your kitchen. So the goal isn't to do everything, just to create one shift that sparks peace. If you're decluttering spices, let's talk about flavor. Now, you also want to look at those spices. How long have you had them? Because they do lose potency over time. But a strong flavor base, I hope, as you know, makes every meal taste better without fancy ingredients. So drop flavor in the comments, and I'm going to send you my flavor base starter guide. Fabulous Flavors. It's a free resource to help you build more taste and, of course, less stress. So here's what I want you to remember today. Resetting your kitchen doesn't require a remodel. It starts with small shifts, mindset, meals, and your space. Rest is part of the rhythm. Theme nights simplify the week, and small resets make a big difference. If this encouraged you, tag a friend who needs a kitchen reset too. Drop flavor to grab the guide, and make sure you're in my private foodie and wellness community. Just drop group, and I'll send you that link. So until next time, let's savor the season, simplify with intention, and reset with peace. Thanks for joining me today.